welcome to my first trimester vlog. My name is Olivia and welcome to my channel if you're new here. I am so excited and nervous and of course all of the mixed emotions one typically feels when starting this journey. I'm feeling all the things, but I myself have been watching first trimester vlogs on YouTube just to try to get an idea of what to expect and the symptoms, and I don't know, just it makes you feel definitely like less alone and more confident going into it when you watch others kind of go through what you're about to. So that is what I'm hoping for this video. Don't mind the boxes back there. As you can tell, I am packing up to move. So life is happening fast over here. I got married in April. Today we are in June. I am 6 weeks pregnant and we are packing up our entire house and moving 4 hours away. So that is, you know, life is lifing and we're rolling with the punches and I feel so blessed. You know, obviously the timing is a little crazy, like everything is happening at once, but I'm trusting God's timing with it all and I'm just gonna enjoy the process, hopefully. So basically I will be documenting each week my symptoms and what I'm feeling and maybe little details like who I've told up until that point and like books I'm reading and resources that can help you guys too if you're watching. And yeah, it's so exciting, it's so crazy. I'm very excited for this new adventure. I think so. I'm 6 weeks now. I found out when I was 4 weeks. Well, actually tomorrow I'm 7 weeks, so tomorrow will be 3 weeks of me knowing that I'm pregnant, and I kind of already feel like the shock is gone, which is a good thing, because definitely the first 2 weeks I felt like, holy fucking shit, oh my god, what the fuck. And it's like, as much as you like think you're prepared for it, to see a positive pregnancy test, you just aren't and you never will be. But now coming into my 7th week, I do feel like, okay, let's do this. Like I don't know if telling people has made it more real, like my close friends and family. I don't know if that's like made it more real for me, but something kind of switched where I'm like, this is happening, we'll be fine, we're gonna do it, and like not feeling like imposter syndrome, like just trusting that like my maternal instincts are gonna kick in and I'm gonna know what to do. Of course it's scary, of course it's a whole new thing, and like that definitely is overwhelming to learn everything. You know, what you can and can't do when you're pregnant, like starting to take care of a newborn, what that involves. But one thing at a time. That's like with the move, with this pregnancy, with everything, I'm just like reminding myself one thing at a time, 1 week at a time, one trimester at a time, and we will get through it together. So fun fact, I actually recorded this video already last week of my week 4 and week 5 symptoms, but I accidentally deleted it. So here we are again. So today I will be going over week 4, week 5, and week 6 symptoms. And then next week I'll probably try doing all of these weekly updates at the end of the week so I can give it like a fair, just weekly roundup of what I've been feeling. And another fun fact, I actually go to my first OB appointment today in like 15 minutes. I need to go. So that's very exciting. I called to pretty much make my first appointment. And I don't know if they're gonna do an ultrasound today or if they're just gonna schedule me for my ultrasound appointment, but they're gonna like confirm the pregnancy and probably ask me a lot of medical history questions. Okay, let's get into it. Week 4, this is the week that I found out, and also if you don't know, you might already know at this point if you're watching this video, but you don't start your weeks from conception, you start it from the first day of your last period. So that was confusing at first. I feel like, I don't know why I didn't know that already, but I guess it's just something you don't know until it happens to you. But yeah, so when I found out, I thought I was at 2 weeks, but I was actually at 4 weeks. So that's fun. So week 4, before I even took my pregnancy test, my boobs hurt so bad. And like more than just period hurt. Like they get a little, for me, they get a little sore and tender around my period, but this was like pain. like I could barely touch them. And like in parts of my boob where I don't usually feel soreness, it was odd. So that was my first symptom really. And then I took my pregnancy test when I was a day late for my period, and it was positive. So tender boobs. I had some slight dizziness that first week. Like I noticed when I was cleaning up around the house, I just kind of felt lightheaded at some points, and that was interesting. I don't know if that's even like a symptom, but it was happening to me, which doesn't usually happen, so I can only assume it was. Another week 4 symptom was hunger, and yeah, just like very hungry, especially at night. Even if I like ate a full dinner, I would lay down a few hours later and I would be hungry. Like the type of hungry you can't just be like, whatever, I'm just gonna go to sleep, I'll sleep it off. Like you need to get up and eat something because you're so hungry. It will not let you sleep. So I thought that was interesting. Another week 4 symptom was very like irritable and also very easily overstimulated, which I already am easily overstimulated. Like I feel like I definitely have some sensory problems, but it was even more heightened. Like if my husband was listening to like a video on his phone too loud, it would really like irritate me and piss me off. Which it usually always does, but it was like cranked up a bit. I don't know why. And then another random one was sneezing. I was sneezing a lot. I don't know what that has to do. I don't know. I don't think that's a symptom, but I have read that pregnancy congestion is a symptom, but I just was very sensitive to like sneezing. And I like, usually I'll do like 2 in a row, but I was doing like 4 or 5 in a row, and like everything was making me sneeze. Very odd. Was not expecting that. Week 5, painful boobs again. Very painful boobs. And also I have hungry in caps. Hungry, especially at night. And again, it's like a different kind of hunger. It's like not a hunger you can ignore. Not that I usually ignore that, but like, you know, sometimes if it's inconvenient to eat, or like I just don't want to like make my meal yet, whatever it is, it's like, no, you have to eat right now, or you're like, your stomach's gonna punch you in the face. Like it's like very hungry. Those were kind of the major symptoms for week 5. Now, going into week 6, that is typically when morning sickness starts. So I was like in my head, okay, this week is gonna be telling, let's see how it goes. And so far so good. I am praying I'm one of the lucky ones and I don't get morning sickness. I feel good so far. Of course, it can happen at any point from now until they say around like 11 or 12 weeks. But especially with the move and having to pack up my entire house and drive, I'm like really hoping and praying that I just don't get that symptom. So that would be lovely. I have had, in week 6, I have had like, I would say 2 moments of like queasiness. Not quite, I wouldn't even go as far as calling it nauseous, just like queasy feeling. One was like when I was actually maybe 3. One was when I was driving. I was feeling a little car sick, but that also typically happens with me, but it was like more so. And when I was driving, which is rare. And then another time was after I ate a grilled cheese sandwich, and I honestly feel like that was the first and probably last like kind of shitty thing that I ate. As outside of that, I've been eating very clean, very healthy, a wide variety of like fruits and vegetables and greens. So that was really the first shitty thing I ate, and it made me feel like shit. So I think it was from that, like maybe I'm just more sensitive right now to unhealthy foods. So I stayed away from that. And last night I had chili, and I don't know, that made me feel kind of weird, but I was fine. I just like went to sleep and it was done. So yeah, that's been week 6. So far, so good. Like I said, crossing my fingers, praying to God. It would be really great if I could just like skip out on that symptom. But I feel good. I don't feel any more tired than usual, I don't think, yet at least. Like week 7 starts tomorrow, so I think week 7 will definitely be telling as far as like the nausea, the fatigue, but so far so good. Like I feel pretty normal. Also, the boob tenderness has definitely gone down. I am not nearly as sore or tender, which is really great. Still a little bit, especially like in the mornings when I first wake up, or if I like go pee in the middle of the night, like I don't know, I just like have to hold my boobs and like walk to the bathroom. It just feels better, but it's definitely not as like painful to the touch, which is great. So, all right, that is my week 4 through week 6 first trimester update. I will update you guys next week for week 7, and this will definitely be like a longer vlog, so just buckle up, have this in the background, put me on 1.5 or 2x speed, do what you gotta do. And I also will be doing bump updates, so I definitely don't have anything yet. I think what is there is like a little bit of bloat, if anything. After I eat, it does look like I have, like I'm showing, but I think it's just, you know, food baby and bloat. But this is week 6. This is me sucking in, this is me relaxing. I don't know, some might argue that I'm showing, but considering baby is the size of a sweet pea, I highly doubt it. Oh, another few things that I want to share are resources. I've been reading the book What to Expect When Expecting. It is like this fucking thick, but it's been really helpful. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's super interesting. It's very thorough in terms of like what to expect and things you might be wondering about, things to stay away from, and it kind of goes through each week and like what's happening to your body, what's happening with the baby. So that's been fun to read and very helpful. And then I want to tell you guys who I've told so far too at this point, because that was another thing when I found out and I googled like when do you tell people, like that was something I was so confused about. And a lot of people will say wait 12 weeks until you're safely out of the first trimester. And then other people say tell the people who you'd want to be there for support. God forbid it. My dog is having a conniption. God forbid anything were to happen. So I was seeing some of my best friends that weekend, like as soon as I found out on a Tuesday, and I was seeing them Friday, and I couldn't keep it from them. So I told them. They were the first to know. At this point, still both of our parents don't know, which is crazy. Pretty much all of our close friends know. Like I've told my sister, I've told most of my like closest friends, he's told most of his closest friends, and now we're just waiting to tell parents, which is so exciting. We're gonna tell his mom, his stepdad, and his grandparents on Friday, tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm so excited. They're gonna cry. And we got little scratch offs from Etsy, and when you scratch off one of the things, it says like we're having a baby. Super cute. I'm so excited. Oh god, I'm gonna cry. So that's been fun. And then pretty much just gonna tell my dad before I move, and I have to tell my mom in person, so I'm like waiting to try to coordinate that. So it's been hard with the move to try to figure out, you know, I don't want to tell them too late, too early. I want to tell them in person. My mom was in New York, so it's just a matter of coordinating everything. But yeah. Oh, another helpful resource that I just downloaded like 2 days ago is this app called Little Bean, and it's really helpful for determining what skincare and hair care products are like safe, what's not safe. I did like a Google search, but it's hard because I don't even understand like what the names of these things are, and I'm not gonna like memorize them. So this is very helpful because you literally just take, look, this was what's it called? After shower conditioner, leave-in conditioner, that I like wanted to see if I could use or not. And you just take a picture of the ingredients, and it tells you like high risk, 4 harmful ingredients found, 0 high risk, 1 medium, 3 low, explore found ingredients, and then it like kind of explains each one. Really cool. This is like what I was like, there has to be an app for this, like there's no way it's this hard, and I found it. I think It was like $5, but this is so worth it because I'm gonna use this for everything. But yeah, that's helpful to know. So, all right, guys, hope that helps. I'll check in next week. Say a little prayer for me and talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, hello. We are 8 weeks today and still feeling pretty good for the most part. I don't remember if in the last video in the last one I did, I covered week 6. I'm having a hard time remembering. Maybe it's pregnancy brain, but week 6, as far as what I remember, that was 2 weeks ago. No like new crazy symptoms, mostly just the lighting is so crazy. 1 second. It's a little better. I would say just starting to notice that I'm like spilling and dropping a lot more than usual, like which I did not know was a symptom, but apparently pregnancy clumsiness is a thing. When I tell you I have been spilling everything, I have been spilling everything, like to the point where it's annoying, and like just dropping things and just definitely like extra clumsy. I don't know why that is. And then week 7, I started, was pretty smooth for the most part. I did start to get some like kind of food aversions. Like I noticed that we went to like a nice Italian restaurant and anything with like red sauce I was not vibing with. It just tasted weird. I didn't like it. I like tried a few bites of things and I was just like, no. So that was like kind of the start of that. And then week 7, I like 2 nights I felt a little queasy at night, and it was nothing crazy. I wouldn't even go as far as to call it like nauseous, but I think queasiness is just the word even up until now. Well, I'll get into like week 8, but I felt it twice in week 7. Week 8 comes along, definitely more frequent of the quease. Again, not quite fully nauseous, which I'm very thankful for. Bayla, hold on. Good girl. So week 8, I'm starting to feel queasy, but only at night, which again I'm thankful for. I would rather feel it at night, and then I kind of just like need to go to bed and call it a night. And I have been waking up feeling good. And then around like 3, 4, 5, I'll like get a little queasy. I definitely have to be making sure to avoid feeling that way. I have to be making sure that I don't get hungry at any point. Because as soon as you start to get hungry, you start to get a little nauseous. And then you like kind of don't want to eat anything. So it's almost better to just be ahead of it and like have a little snack before you like know you're about to like get hungry. The hunger is like so real. It is like crazy. Last night I had like a bowl of veggie and chicken soup, and I didn't finish it, but like I felt like I had enough to be full. And this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, starving, like was tossing and turning in my bed like a rotisserie chicken, just so hungry and hot. So getting into, I don't know, did I say this already? Week 8? I don't know. Okay, so week 8, the week that we're on now, I guess pregnancy brain is one of the symptoms, because I definitely feel a little like slower. Like I said, no appetite kind of like towards the nighttime, which I'm okay with. Definitely more tired. Oh, what I was talking about before was the hunger. Yeah, so last night I thought I ate enough, but apparently not. I probably should have had like a snack right before bed, because again, 5 a.m. woke up just super hungry. I even had like little egg white bites. I watched the sunrise with my friend this morning, and I had egg white bites before I left the house, and then I texted her. I was like, please bring me a snack, and she brought me down a banana. Ooh, it got so bright. Because like I was still so hungry, which is not normal for me. So definitely hunger is way escalated. And even like even after I eat like a big lunch, or what I think is a big lunch, I have to close this. For usually something that would like hold me over pretty well, I'm like getting hungry an hour or two later, which is a little annoying, but it's gotta feed the baby. No appetite at night usually. Like I usually am pretty good about eating a good breakfast, eating a good lunch, and then around nighttime for dinner, don't have a huge appetite. Again, I just try to make sure I eat something so I'm not starving. Definitely tired, but I feel like I'm always kind of tired. But I definitely feel more tired, more like I need a nap in the middle of the day. More like when I am working, I'm like needing to take more breaks and just like lay down. Just feels a little more, everything just feels a little more exhausting. Not like extremely low. I wouldn't say it's like extreme fatigue or anything like that, just like slightly more. And this again is for me. These are my symptoms. Every woman is different and every pregnancy is different. Oh, something interesting that I've been experiencing. It happened for the 3rd time today, and if this might be TMI, but whatever. The nipple like soreness, it's like beyond sore though, it's pain, but only from getting extremely, like if I get cold and my nipples get hard to the point where it is so painful, it's like debilitating. Like I can't do anything else. I have to warm them immediately, and it's been my left one more than anything else, which is interesting. My left one is also growing bigger than my right one, which is also normal, but like while they're getting bigger, this one's also very much getting like bigger at a faster rate than this one. But I've literally had to use like a blow dryer to heat up my nipples and like defrost them, because, and I showed Tyler yesterday, my husband, and he was like, that looks like it hurts. It was like purple. It felt like it was about to fall off. So painful. And that is like so strange. I don't know, that's happened a few times like when I get my period, but like that level of discomfort is crazy. And then today it happened and I had to take a hot shower just to like be able to focus on anything else. Very weird and interesting, but that's a fun little symptom. And then I do feel like I am running hotter at night. I usually always run hot, but it's like especially hot. Like I said, I feel like a rotisserie chicken just turning in the bed, and I like can't even have my husband touch me. I'm like constantly throughout the night, I'm like, can you scoot over, can you scoot over, can you scoot over, because like I can't have any heat. I might look into getting a cooling blanket, because it's like just burning up in bed is not fun. And then some other things that I felt today for the first time was some sort of like sharp, a little bit of sharp pain in the abdomen, and then also some like soreness, which kind of just feels like ab soreness, like as if I did like a core workout, but I didn't. And I wonder if it's from like the muscle stretching. But I went to swim this morning in the ocean, and like I dove in, and I could, as my like abdomen expanded when I like dove under, I could feel like soreness in my abs, and which is weird because I have not worked out at all. I should be, but yeah, it was very odd, to the point where it almost took me back, and I was like, that was weird, and like it still felt kind of weird. So I don't know what that's about. And then a few hours later, like I did have a weird little sharp pain. It didn't last long. It was momentarily, and then it went away. And that is the week 6 through 8 or 7 through 8. I can't remember what I did last. That is the update. I go in Friday. Today's Tuesday. I go in, I'll be 9 weeks Friday, and I go in for my first ultrasound. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's like exciting, nerve-wracking. I've seen a lot of other like people on the internet say it doesn't really like feel real until that appointment where you do the ultrasound and get a heartbeat, because it kind of just confirms like this mystery of like, do I really have a baby growing inside of me? But very exciting. I will do a bump update. I do feel like I'm showing already, which is so crazy because I definitely thought it would take like longer, but bump update for 8 weeks. And it might not look like a lot to whoever's watching. But, okay, this is me relaxed. It is definitely there. This is me sucking in. And for those who know me, know that, and this is not to flex, but know that my stomach is ordinarily extremely flat. So for me, that round little pouch is definitely not like normal for me. So very exciting. I can't believe I'm, whew. And it's like very low, which I also feel is telling that it's peeking through. So yeah, I will check in with you guys next week for a week 9 update. Wish me luck. I feel like I've felt really good so far. I'm hoping this is the trajectory of the rest of the pregnancy. I have read that peak morning sickness and overall like nausea sickness is around week 9. I literally move next week. So, and like I'm moving like 4 hours away. So I'm just really hoping that I don't feel like nauseous while I'm trying to move and drive. But so far so good. Like keeping the vibes high and just, yeah, want to keep this thing going. But check back with you soon. Bye. Hello. I am back for my weekly checkup, except we are on week 11 now. But things have been a little crazy, as you can see. I moved and then I went out of town. So today I'll be covering the last 3 weeks of symptoms. I start my 12th week tomorrow, which is very exciting. We're almost out of the first trimester. And I'm gonna give you guys the rundown of what the past few weeks have looked like for me, symptom-wise. So I believe the last video I stopped at week 8. So starting with week 9, honestly, I feel very thankful because even looking at these past 3 weeks, I definitely have felt not normal, like not like my normal self as far as just like physically, emotionally. Also, moving was like very taxing to me for obvious reasons, and it was kind of a big move. We moved like 4 hours away, so like already a big life change. And then just physically, of course, like we actually hired movers, so it's not like I was like lifting boxes or anything, but there's still just like so much that needs to get done as far as like the last minute packing and unpacking and organizing and everything like that. So it was just like, not gonna lie, the trenches. Like moving day and like the few days after, I was so, and I think that was my week 9. I was so exhausted, like, and just burnt out, and just like a type of tired I like have never felt before, and just emotionally so drained. Like I cried so much on our moving day, which like whatever, it was just the perfect storm, and I'm completely fine, and I was fine. I was just very overwhelmed, more than normal. So week 9, other than that, that was probably like the worst I've felt, and again, that like was probably also situational considering what was going on. But aside from that, I have felt really good. I'm so thankful. Everyone I talk to who's like, how do you feel? And I tell them, and I'm like, I feel good. They're like, you're so fucking lucky. So I feel very, 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 very thankful. I'm very lucky that I have felt like sickness wise, have felt pretty fine. Week 9. Definitely tired. Like that across the board. Definitely tired. I usually, like week 9, I would wake up fine. And this, okay, I need to stay focused. I would wake up feeling my best, and then throughout the day would get progressively just more tired, more drained, more physically just feeling like heavy. And usually around like 3 or 4, I would be done. Like I'd be done for the day. Again, I don't know if that's because I was moving and not napping, like I wasn't taking any naps. But as soon as 3 p.m. came around, I was like tapped out and like just needed to lay down. So that was week 9, just very tired. I experienced a few sharp pains week 9, like I want to say 2 times where I was like, ooh, what was that? I think I like got up to move and like felt something weird. Like I got up a little too fast, and I don't know if it's from my abs stretching a little bit. And I talked about that actually in week 8 too, that like it felt like something was stretching. So yeah, a little bit of like weirdness in there, nothing too concerning though, like it kind of came and went away. Definitely peeing more week 9, like clockwork, 3 a.m. pee potty time, which is funny because it's like I'd wake up to pee, and if I get hungry, it's at 3 in the morning. Like that's my time to pee and to eat if I'm hungry. And then during the daytime, 3 is like when I crash. So I don't know if that's like my 12-hour cycle for like feeling symptoms or whatever, but that was week 9. Nothing too crazy, nothing too eventful, thankfully. Week 10, still very hungry, still very tired. I was having more gas week 10, just like super gassy. I don't know if it was what I was eating since we weren't like cooking as much because of the move. I was like eating out more, but definitely like a little bit more gassy and just extremely fatigued again. But pretty similar, like week 10 symptoms were pretty similar to week 9. What I did notice in week 10 that was different was having like a lot more like heavier bloat at the end of the day. Like every night my belly just felt so like heavy and big, and I felt like I was 9 months pregnant. I have never been, so I can't say, but like I just felt pregnant, if you know what I mean. And even like I'd show Tyler and he'd be like, oh my god, if you're like this now, you're gonna be like, you know, way worse later when I'm actually bigger. But just something about like at the end of the day, I don't know if everything like settles, but it just felt very heavy in my belly area. And the only thing that would make it feel better was kind of just laying down. So that's what I did. Thankfully it would happen at the end of the day. And like I said, kind of this whole time in the first trimester, I've always felt my best when I wake up, thank God. And then throughout the day, I progressively kind of feel more sluggish and tired and heavy and gassy and all of the things. So I've been trying to like coordinate my timing with like being productive like in the morning, and then knowing that I'm gonna be useless by the time the afternoon hits. Okay, week 11, I traveled this week. I was in California. And I was definitely like, I don't know, I was tired, but I feel like week 11 is when I started to get my energy back a little bit, which has been nice. Like I really only napped 1 time when I was on my trip, and I don't know if it's because I was like so stimulated with like being in a group setting, like a social setting, and being with friends and like doing stuff every day. I felt a little less energy than normal, but like nothing crazy. Like I think I hung pretty well with like my non-pregnant friends, which was nice. So definitely feel, and even like coming back from that trip and being home for 2 or 3 days now, I definitely feel my energy levels coming back during the day, at least. Like at night, like yesterday I was very, very tired at night. I felt like I got hit by a truck. But throughout the day, like I didn't have that afternoon crash, which was nice. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to like start feeling energy back in my body, because that was a bit of a drag. I'm not as thirsty this week. Like the past few weeks, I would wake up in the middle, like 2 or 3 times during sleeping, and just like need cold water, specifically cold water. Like if it was warm, would not quench my thirst, had to be like ice cold. And like the last week, I would say that hasn't happened. And throughout the day, I don't feel like I'm like super thirsty, like a normal level of thirst. So that's interesting. So that's like not a symptom, but a lack of a symptom, but different from the other weeks. And then the only other thing I'll say about this week is that I have felt crampy, not the sharp pains that I felt in week 9, but just kind of like, it's hard because I don't get period cramps either, so I don't really know if I can compare it to that, but just like crampy and kind of in my upper abdomen, which is interesting. And I looked it up and it said like that's normal for week 11. It's kind of like just your uterus expanding and like natural growing pains that you'll feel with that. But that has definitely been like a little unpleasant. But nothing too crazy. I I'm excited to start my 12th week tomorrow. At this point, everyone in our lives know except for my mom, which has been so hard to keep from her, but I just know her and I'm waiting to tell her in person, and that's why I've waited so long. And she lives in New York, so she's coming to visit the house in a few weeks, and that's what I'm gonna tell her, the new house. But it's been so hard, and I'm definitely excited to share with the world at this point. Like, it feels like this big secret, and of course, like, on my trip I told everyone there because, you know, it's like people I'm close with, and I'm just excited to share it. And also, like, my little bump, I'm like having to hide it and like suck in a little bit, so I'll give you guys a little bump update. It also, I start in the morning the flattest, and then progressively throughout the day it gets the biggest. Like, before I go to bed, it's like the biggest it'll be. But this is like, yeah, this is really small. It looks like I just ate a big burrito. But I'll show you guys some pictures. You can kind of see it. It's like low. It's so funny because it was bigger. Okay, you can kind of see it. That is the bump. Crazy. Trying to see like the best angle for it. It looks a little tiny right now. Let me show you guys pictures of it looking bigger. So it did look bigger, and then, like, I'm sorry if TMI, but like I took a really big poop and I feel like it shrunk. Here's some in California though. This is me with one of my besties. She came to see me, and like it looks pretty big there. And then, let's see, this is me tanning and just letting it all hang out. And there's one more from Joshua Tree that I want to show you guys. Oh, this is me like posing with the bump. You can kind of see it. I can't wait to like share all these on Instagram finally. Oh, this is not focusing. There we go. Little bump, baby bump. Oh, and then here's Joshua Tree. It was bumping that day, and that was in the morning too, and it was like pretty big for the morning time. But yeah, it's definitely a little thing. Don't know the gender yet. Oh, actually, that reminds me, I need to call today and make my appointment. So I'm gonna see my new doctor. Oh, hello, Bella. This is my baby, my fur baby. What are you doing? You got my shoe? Okay. Oh, I need to make my appointment with my first appointment with my doctor up here. So it's gonna be a new doctor. Babe, you want to say hi? You're so excited, you're a big sister. What are you doing? And we will probably find out at the next appointment what the gender is by doing a blood test, so that's very exciting. And I don't think we're gonna do like a big gender reveal party just because neither of us have the desire to do so, but we are definitely gonna find out, and we're so excited to find out. So yeah, it's probably my last like week or so not knowing the gender and just calling my baby an it, which feels weird. But yeah, exciting stuff. I will check back with you guys at the end of week 12 for my final video of my first trimester vlog. Yay! Yeah, just excited. See you soon. Hello. Hi guys, I'm back with my first trimester symptom updates. I am officially out of my first trimester, and I'm so excited about that. That fact alone just feels like, you know, my first big milestone, which is so exciting. But let's get into week 12 symptoms. So today is, I'm in week 13 now, just a few days into week 13. I still don't know the gender, which is crazy. But basically I was just, Bella, stop it. Bella, stop. I was like waiting for my old OB to send my medical records to the new office where we moved to. So things just got a little delayed, but we are going to our next appointment on Thursday. Today is Sunday. And I'll probably get the blood test done then to find out the gender. I don't know if like we find out immediately or if it takes a few days to get the results back, but either way, so excited. And that will be my third appointment at the OB, and I'm assuming I'm getting an ultrasound. I don't know how it works. I don't know. It's going to be my first time at this new office, so I don't know if it's just like a preliminary visit and then I schedule another appointment to do an ultrasound. I don't know, but I'm super excited either way. I hope I get an ultrasound done because I haven't gotten one done since I was 9 weeks, and now I'm 13 weeks, so I just kind of want to see like the growth and what's changed. But I've been feeling really good. I mean, so far so good. I feel like I've had a pretty easy and smooth pregnancy so far, which I'm so thankful for. Definitely. Okay, let me just, before I start rambling, I will go into my symptoms in my notes app that I have very organized. So the week actually started a little more rough than how it ended, and I know like a lot of symptoms are supposed to end after you get out of your first trimester, so I'm hoping just as time continues, I just feel, I mean, I've already felt amazing, but I'm hoping that I feel even better and I get some energy levels back and things like that. I think in my last update I said, oh, I'm starting to get my energy levels back. Then it like dipped again, and now I kind of feel like I'm getting them back. I'm definitely not napping every day now, but like last week at the beginning of the week I was really tired. But here are my symptoms. Heartburn started this week. Thankfully it didn't last all week. I think I maybe had it twice. One day was really bad. I don't know, I think something triggered it though, honestly. I had a bowl of cereal and I don't know why that would trigger it, but it just felt like I had like a big balloon from like my upper rib cage to like my throat, and I felt like I couldn't swallow, and it was like honestly so uncomfortable. And I took some Tums and it did help, so it was fine. But I was like, it got me scared for a second because I was like, wait, is this gonna be like an everyday thing? And then when I got it a second time, actually yeah, I had it 2 or 3 times towards the nighttime, usually like after dinner, to the point where I would just like be so uncomfortable I just like wanted to go to sleep so I wouldn't have to keep feeling it. But it was kind of just like that feeling in the back of your throat. And then I saw on TikTok that like a remedy for that is apple cider vinegar, so I did do that one night. I feel like it did help, like just drinking it with some water, so I feel like that helped. Okay, sorry if TBH, but I did experience like really random maybe this is too much, like a-hole pain. I don't know why, like kind of just like a sharp, I want to say like maybe close to lightning crotch, but like in my butt. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's not a pregnancy symptom and just a weird feeling that I got, I don't know. But I did experience that just one time, but I was like, oh, what is this? What's going on? But yeah, that was interesting. And then a little bit of nausea before bed, not so much the last few nights, and maybe that's because like I'm into the 13th week, but I definitely experienced some. It was like a mixture of heartburn and nausea, or like just queasiness, where I was just like, ugh, I need to go to bed so I can stop feeling this way. And then also just like the hunger and the way like my appetite has been like I'm full and then I'm starving. Like there's like no in between. It's so weird. I've like, my eating habits and patterns are definitely so abnormal. Obviously, like I'm growing a human inside me. It's to be expected, but like Tyler, if I don't have a big dinner with like a lot of protein, I definitely am like eating 30 minutes later. Hi. And my husband is like getting me a little snacky snack before bed, or I wake up like in the middle of the night needing like something. I've been keeping in a banana, like a emergency banana next to my bed on my nightstand, just in case I like wake up and need to eat something. But there's like no in between feeling. Like I'm very full after I eat, and then like I kind of just feel full and bloated, and then I'm starving. Like there's no in between. And when I'm starving, it's like if I don't eat something, I'm going to die. Like if I don't eat something within the next like 5 minutes, I feel like I'm gonna die. It's like not a normal hunger at all, which has been pretty consistent through my whole first trimester. And then I would just say the last symptom, and this is like obvious, but just a really heavy belly. Like just feeling definitely towards the end of the day, I think it's the water weight. Bayla, okay. She said, I'm the only baby here. Bayla, get out of here. Enough, go. But it just feels so heavy down there, and like the only comfortable position is like to sit or lay down, and then when I stand up I'm just like, oh, like it just feels like an extra. Okay, wow. You're not gonna let me talk to YouTube? It just feels like I feel like I'm like with a toddler and trying to film something. But yeah, it just feels super, super heavy, which again, to be expected, but like throughout the day, it just gets heavier and heavier, and I'm not even like huge yet either, so it will be, I know that feeling's only gonna get worse. But, can you get out of my head? Look, she's just staring at me. Blooper, what do you want? Go. I'm gonna do a little bump update for you guys. At this point, everyone in my life knows except for my mom, and I am dying to tell her, but she comes this weekend with my sister to visit the new house and my cousin, and I'm gonna tell her then. And I've been waiting because I want to tell her in person, but it's like at this point I'm like dying to tell her, so I can't wait for this weekend to finally spill the beans. Oh, also this weekend I have my wedding photographer coming into town to shoot my announcement photos, which is so exciting. So I planned a little shoot at the house, at the new house. So that is very fun because I will be announcing on Instagram and all my social media that way. So that is so fun. I'm so excited. I need to pick out outfits, but that's the update, you guys. Let me do a little bump. Oh, it's definitely there. Okay, this is relaxed. Let me like face up a little bit. Okay, let's try that again. So here is the bump update. "13 weeks. We're bumping. Crazy. Baby is the size of a lemon," which feels so big. Whew. I feel like I'm sitting low, and apparently that is for a boy, but I am getting boy vibes, not gonna lie. At first I got no vibes. Now for some reason I am getting boy vibes. So crazy. So we will see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and comment on this video if you have any questions. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to follow my whole pregnancy journey and motherhood journey. Obviously, I'll be creating a lot of content about that. And I think I'm gonna also do a second trimester symptom vlog, so you guys can stay updated and see what it's like to be pregnant and to make a human, which is so fucking crazy. But I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.